I could read something. Sharren Haskel is a member of the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli Senate. She is the youngest Knesset member from the Likud party in Israel. She speaks French, English, and Hebrew. אני מבין קצת עברית, קצת. She became a member of the Knesset in 2015, born in Canada. Her family immigrated to Israel, Aliyah to Israel, when she was 1 year old. After her military service, she studied in the U.S. for 1 year at Santa Monica College in Los Angeles, and lived in Australia for 6 years. We lived in Australia for 6 years too. Katie, my youngest daughter, was born in Australia. We speak Australian too. She's an activist on environmental and animal rights, human rights, and water pollution, a bachelor degree in the political science and international relationships, active in debate. She won the Israeli national champion debate in 2014, many, many other things, and it's just an honor to have her with us today. Would you give her a great big warm Dallas welcome? Amen. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Amen.
This is an amazing verse that holds a great meaning to the Jewish people. It bears a great promise, but also a great responsibility. You see, since Israel gained its independence from the British Mandate, we, the Israeli people, turned a desert into a cultivating farming area. With advanced technology that is allowing us to grow watermelons in the desert. We turned a region that has no natural resources into a thriving modern economy with investors from all around the world. A place with no water and barely any rain at all, to a country that exports water technology to the rest of the world. One of the best high-tech hubs with some of the best medical research facilities in the world are growing in Israel. We are a nation that leads the world in developing solar energy and renewable energy. And most of all, we are the people, the Israeli people who were refugees from genocides, from war, poor as they can be, with no possessions. We turned into an educated, strong, and moral society. No doubt we were blessed. We were saved numerous times in history and fulfilled the Abraham calling. But unlike our history in exile and opposite to the defenseless people we used to be today, only 68 years old, the state of Israel has the strongest defense force for the Jewish people. But we don't just defend the Jewish people. We defend all Israeli citizens, Christians, Muslims, people from various beliefs and religions. It may sound strange, but the only and the last and only safe haven for Christians in the Middle East is the Jewish state of Israel. It is the only place where the Christian community, along with other minorities, can grow and prosper. And that happens while all around Israel, Christians are captured, murdered, forced to convert to Islam at the edge of a sword, and sometimes sold into slavery. Churches, holy places, and historical sites that had survived the test of time are now gone. The Christian minorities in Iraq, Syria, Egypt, and Gaza are almost extinct. All over the Middle East, only in Israel, Christian heritage is preserved, and Christians are flourishing under the protection of the Jewish state. Only in Israel do Christian and other minorities enjoy full freedom of religion and the freedom to choose their own way of living and the freedom to exercise all their democratic rights equal to that of any other citizen. So you see, Israel is not the problem in the Middle East. Israel is the solution in the Middle East. Furthermore, in our neighboring countries, human and religious rights are denied from citizens by extreme religious groups like ISIS, Boko Haram, and Al-Shabaab. But in Israel, Arab, Muslim, Christian, Druze, Bedouin hold key positions in parliament, governmental department, the court, the IDF, the police, and in health and education system. Israel has taken in threatened minorities and refugees from around the region, from the Baha'is of Iran to the Christians of southern Lebanon. Because we remember that every day is a struggle for freedom and for life. Every day is a fight for equality. It's not always simple, and sometimes the price is unbearable and paid in blood. But as Israelis, we know the price of losing such war, such struggle. We remember what it is to be persecuted, eliminated. We know what it is like to be a nation of slaves and what it takes to gain freedom. And above it all, it is our obligation. It is our obligation and duty to set higher standards of morality and to reach out to people who fight the darkness. We must be the beacon to a safe shore. We must hold the light of freedom for all nations in the Middle East. So now it is our mission to share the knowledge with the world, to set moral example, to be leaders of values of freedom, of equality and brotherhood, to light up the world with love and compassion and fight the darkness and overcome evil. But this heavenly mission cannot be achieved if we stand alone. We need you on our side. And it is easy sometimes here. You are very blessed to have borders and countries around you who share those same values of equality, of freedom and liberties. But this is not how it is in Israel. Every day is a fight. And as much as in the past, when Israel was created, we had a few wars, total wars, against our neighboring countries, 5 countries with bigger armies, outnumbers. We barely didn't stand a chance. But we fought through these wars, and we won. We were not defeated. We were blessed. And so they tried again, and they did not defeat us. And then they tried again, and they did not defeat us. And they understood that they will not defeat us in those total wars. And so they turned into a new kind of fight. It started with the Second Intifada. It was when I was a soldier. I was a combat soldier in Jerusalem during that time. One of the most difficult and horrible times in Israel, where taking a bus would be like playing a Russian roulette to high school. When people who go out to restaurants and bars would be murdered by suicide bombers. But this terror did not defeat us. We fought against this terror, and they understood that they will not defeat us. And so Israel is facing a new kind of fight now, a new kind of war. What happens in the media, social media, universities, all these different anti-Israeli groups who call to destroy our economy, to boycott Israel, who try to rewrite our history. I don't know if you heard about the UNESCO declaration that happened about 2 weeks ago. That was a devastating declaration for us, the Jewish people. The United Nations has said that the Temple Mount, the most holiest site for the Jewish people, where we believe that God's Spirit is lying there, is resting there, where Mount Moriah is, where Abraham took Jacob, has nothing to do with the Jewish religion. It only belongs to the Muslim religion. Temple Mount and the Wailing Wall. This is what the United Nation, the body who is meant to guard all of our cultures, all of our religion, is saying. What does that mean? They are trying to rewrite our history. This is telling us, the Jewish people, to take our Bible that we've been carrying for thousands of years and putting it in the trash because it doesn't mean anything to the Jewish people. And if that happens, if they rewrite history of the Jewish people and they disconnect our past, then we don't have any future. And this is part of this new fight. And if they destroy our history, rewrite it, what does that mean for Christians? For Jesus' teaching? What does that mean for the Christian world as well? And so this holy city, Jerusalem, who belongs to all religions, who is holy to all of us, Christians, Jews, Muslim, they're trying to say that it doesn't belong to us. And this is the new fight that we are facing on campuses with BDS, who are saying, from sea to sea, Palestine will be free. If you look on all of their demonstration, what does that mean? From the sea of the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, the whole of Israel will be free of Jews. That's what it means. It is not anti-Israelis. It is racist movements who are coming to call and destroy Jews. And they fight Jewish communities as well, starting in America as well. I've been to campuses when they were trying to put resolutions where students who've been to Masa or birthright trips to Israel will not be able to be in the student council. What does that mean for those Jewish students? They cannot exercise their freedom of movement, choose to go anywhere they want. Their freedom of religion, to go to the most holiest place that they believe in. Their freedom of speech, what they believe in. And so this is a new fight that Israel is facing. And this is not just a fight of Israel. This is not just a fight on Jewish communities around here. This is a fight for Christians as well. And they did not defeat us in total wars. They did not defeat us with terror. And they will not defeat us with this new fight with information and our history. Thank you. And I know how the bond and friendship between Israel and the United States of America is loyal, how important it is, what values both countries share and respect, values of freedom of individual, equality, respect, and tolerance, values that the United States of America has fought throughout history and is still guarding around the world today. I recognize these shared values, and it fills my heart with optimism and joy. And we need you to fight on our side, because like the prophet Isaiah said, to all nations, in the name of the Lord, only if we join hands, all people and nation, can we succeed in fulfilling God's promise. And they shall beat their sword into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So I call you all to strengthen the bonds and friendship between Israel and the United States, between Jews and Christians, to be true friends and partners with the people of Israel. This is your mission. I am grateful for the opportunity to speak before you today. May you all be blessed in peace. May God bless Israel, and may God bless America.
Come on.
Thank you.